Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. The special investigation team set up to probe land grabbing has registered a first information report against many persons. The FIR has been registered against the former archaeology director, ex-sub-registrar of Bardez, and Luisa Fernandes, Aitano Fernandes, Meena Ramakant Naik, and others from Durbat Ponda. The SIT has already made its first arrest, Vikrant Shetty, in connection with the case last Saturday.
The SIT had already arrested Vikrant Shetty in connection with land grabbing case last Saturday. Now the SIT probe is gaining steam with another FIR being filed. This time the SIT registered an FIR against former archaeology director, ex-sub-registrar of Bardez, and Luisa Fernandes, Aitano Fernandes, Meena Ramakan Naik, and others. All the accused are from Durbat Ponda.
The people who have been affected by land grabbing have now urged the authorities not to endanger their lives and to restore the integrity and credibility of the village. Bade, Asagaon and Anjuna are the most affected villages where as many as 45 cases of land grabbing have come to light, and the affected people are mostly senior citizens whose properties have been grabbed by manipulations and forging documents. These elderly people, some of them living alone, have become victims of the land grabbers.
Nabade Anjuna reports more than 45 cases of land grabbing. These elderly people, some of them living alone, have become victims of the land grabbers. In one case, the Maspsa police have registered an offence against Afra Montero, a resident of Andheri West, Mumbai, and unknown persons for allegedly transferring 43,000 square meters of land fraudulently.
That this property belongs to the Oliveira family. It was bought by my grandfather, and it's nearly about 70, 80 or 90 years old property. It is in our family since generations to come. They've been looking after the properties, but unfortunately we have come to know that this property has been fraudulently by fraudsters, and they have managed to even do the mutation and deleted our names from the form 1 and 14. That is my mother, who's very much alive. She's 84 years old, my sister and myself. But it has been portrayed that we are dead. And one of the fraudsters has inherited the property from us. So basically, this property that you see is been vandalized and destroyed by the fraudsters, and now we are in the process of getting it back, and we're trying our best to sort this issue out. The problem is that all of us are affected over here. A number of people's houses, people's properties have been fraudulently converted into their names. The deed of sale was done at that time when I was not even born. My mother is being portrayed to be my sister, and we are all supposed to be the children of my grandfather. So there's all generations skipped, and then it's shown that we are all three dead. So basically I'm still alive and going to fight it out.
But how these people target,
how do they target this property? Well, I think because there are 2-3 properties here already targeted, they saw that this is a huge piece of land, and so they decided to do that. But they succeeded it. For me, it is shocking because when my father died and we filed inventory proceedings, and the thing was changed from my father to my mother and my sister and myself, it took us nearly a year to do all that paperwork. But these fraudsters, surprisingly, in 1 month, they were able to do all this. So definitely, there are a lot of people involved in this.
All these properties have been acquired by fraud in 2 ways. Inserting deeds in the archives in the year supposedly done in the year 1951, and inserting deeds in the office of the sub-registrar of Bardez at Mapsa. Subsequently, Succession deeds have been drawn in Concord, and based on the succession deeds, fraudulent mutations have been done. These mutation proceedings, no procedure has been followed, no rules of mutations have been followed, and subsequently the names have been transferred to the names of the fraudsters of about 40 to 45 properties in the area. People are suffering, people are angry, and now people have to go to court. So it's a request to all the authorities to please look into this matter urgently and revert all the names of the people to the rightful owners and take criminal action against the perpetrators of this crime.
I'm one of the sons of the co-owners of this property, which is around measuring 1,900 square meters. There are 4 owners to this particular property. This had been apparently mutated illegally. It had been transferred to the name of the accused or the alleged party that has taken ownership of this, and they have subsequently managed to sell it to another party, which is in Dubai. We have complained to the authorities, we're getting the support, but then the only thing is we are waiting for everything to get expedited because we don't have the time to wait, right? People are getting stressed. Elderly people like my father, who's 86, is not able to imagine what would happen to a property that he still expects being under his name. So my only request to all the authorities is, if there is any connivance of authorities in this, it needs to be looked upon. We've registered a complaint at the Mapsa police station. We've been assured that we will definitely get support with the FIRs being registered. We're looking forward to it, but our only humble request to all the authorities is expedite the property, don't endanger people's lives, and have the entire system and the integrity of the village and credibility of the village returned back to the villagers.
Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
During the course of inquiry into the affairs of Serula Kumnidat, Srinath Kotwale found that there are no proper records maintained and all office files, records, old archive files, documents are dumped in certain racks and cupboards, and most of these filed documents and records were totally damaged and destroyed by termites. There was no record management system in the office, while most of the records had gone missing from the office over a period of time.
Srinath Kotwale found that time-bound directions of the court were not complied with, thereby attracting contempt of court. He had also stated that in one such direction the court required immediate attention due to non-compliance of the court order dated June 6, 2016 passed by the court. This was with reference to writ petitions filed by Trajano de Mello, wherein the court had directed to take action in accordance with law to restore the subject property. All these observations were brought to the notice of the government, but in vain. Vittaldas Hegde for Herald TV.
Upon the pressure from councillors, the important meeting called to discuss various issues faced by the Margao Municipal Council with the public participation was postponed, and citizens had to return without voicing out their concerns for their town. Councillors are of the opinion that they were not taken into confidence, nor the issue of meeting was discussed with the chairperson. CEO denied all the rumours and allegations, informed that the meeting had been cancelled only because of the urgent meeting he had to attend in Panjim.
Margao Municipality Chief Officer had called for a meeting on Monday to discuss the issues like traffic management, solid waste management, scrapyard, abandoned vehicles lying in the city, and sanitation issues. He had appealed to various prominent citizens to attend the meeting so that they can provide the civic body with some valuable suggestions to overcome the issues. However, many councillors strongly objected to the meeting, citing the reason that they should have been taken into confidence. On Monday, when citizens found that the meeting was cancelled due to some urgent work of the CEO, they expressed shock. Melita Coelho, a citizen of Margao, said she is very much disappointed to notice that the meeting had been cancelled due to the alleged reason objection from councillors. Savia Coutinho said it was obvious that there was pressure on the chief officer so that people are not involved in resolving issues. Vinayak Mordekar, Carlos Gracious and others also expressed disappointment due to the postponement of the meeting. Margus Gonsalves for Herald TV.
Apart from the unloading of coal at two berths, MPT has now started handling coal from a cargo ship, alleged activist Shankar Polji. This is causing great risk to the environment, he alleged. He squarely blamed the Murmugam Port Authority for handling coal in this careless manner, posing a threat to the environment and marine life. The coal is presently being unloaded directly from the cargo ships onto the barges. Does the Pollution Control Board know about it? Who has given them permission to handle coal in the water? Polji asked.
MPA has now started handling coal from a cargo ship, alleged activist Shankar Polji. The coal is presently being unloaded directly from the cargo ship onto the barges. The MPA is already handling coal at two berths.
Hello friends, Shankar Polji आमच्या गोंया खातीर आमकां नाका गोंयान कोळसो आमकां नाका गोंयान कोळसो आमकां नाका आमी कोळशाचो निशेध करता आनी आयज ही MPA जी आहा ही आपल्याक जाय त्या पद्दतीन कोळसो हँडल करता आतां हेंच्यांनी हे डॉल्फिनाचेर सुद्दां बोटी लायल्यात आनी कोळसो हँडल करता आयज आमचे नुस्तेकार भाव जे नुस्तें बिस्तें बीन मारतात आयज हे सगळे टोटल हे डिस्ट्रॉय करूंक उठल्यात सारके अरे तुमी बथांचेर हँडल करता ते करताले JSWचो बथ आहा अदानीचो बथ आहा आतां डॉल्फिनाचेरूय कोळसो हँडल करपाक लागले ओपनली सारको कोणी रे परमिशन दिलें पोल्युशन बोर्डाक खबर आहा रे हे कितें चल्लां हांगासर तें कितें हांव गोंयच्या सरकाराक विचारता आख्खो MPT पोर्ट जो आहा न्हू तो तुमी सगळो कोळसो मय करून सोडला आख्खो कोळसो मय करून सोडला ईच एंड एवरी सेकंड हेचेर पोल्युशनाचेर कंप्लेनी जातात मरे बॉक्सायटाचेर पोल्युशन जाता म्हणून कंप्लेंट केला आनी कोण तुमी दखल घेवपाक सोदिना आयज हे चल्लां कितें हेंकां परमिशनां दिता कोण ओपनली कोळसो हँडल करपाक आयज ही बोट आपल्याक जाय तशी लायल्या आनी खंयच्या तरी एका कंपनीचो कोल हाडला आनी बार्जीन अनलोड करता वो अनलोड करतना दर्यान पडचो ना दर्या प्रदूशीत जावचो ना एक्वेटीक लायफ डिस्ट्रॉय जावची ना हां पर्यावरणा दिसा एनवायरमेंट डे दिसा उलयले म्हणून जाले रे आनी बाकीचे 365 दीस तुमी ही सगळी नासधूस करतले सारकी आमचो गोंयान एकूच स्लोगन आमकां गोंयान कोळसो नाका MPA कोळसो जावो JSW कोळसो जावो अदानीक कोळसो जावो हेंची पोटां भरपाक आनी आमच्या पॉलिटिशनांक कोळसो जावो तुमी खंय पॉलिटिशियन हेचेर कित्याक उलोवंक सोदिना तें आमकां खबर ना.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Both Union Minister Shripad Naik and PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral expressed themselves in favour of double tracking. They were speaking on the sidelines of the Prime Minister inaugurating 100% electrification of Konkan Railway and foundation of rail and road infrastructure projects. Shripad denied that the double tracking was being done to benefit two businessmen. It will benefit many more due to the 100% electrification of the Konkan Railway, he said. The minister said 150 crore rupees would be saved on diesel without specifying how that figure was arrived at.
Union Minister Shripad Naik and PWD Minister Nilesh Cabral expressed themselves in favour of double tracking. Shripad denied that double tracking was being done to benefit two businessmen. Nilesh Cabral said 150 crore rupees would be saved on diesel due to the 100% electrification of Konkan Railway.
Police hotel sir 150 koti minimum will save on diesel cost. दुसरी गोष्ट जी आसा जे एनवायरमेंटल डिस्ट्रक्शन जातालें बिकॉज ऑफ डिजल पोल्युशन तें कमी जातलें मागीर आज मुवमेंट ऑफ ट्रेन्स जे आसा इट बी एक सायड म्हणजे खंय तरी जे डिझेल इंजिना खातीर आवाज येतालो खूब येतालो तो कमी जातलो आनी म्हाका प्रोजेक्ट हो कॉस्ट आशिल्लो एक 70% फ्युअल सेवींग हितून जातलें म्हणजे नॉर्मली फॉरेन एक्सचेंज HSD हे सगळे फॉरेन एक्सचेंजातले आसतले हेय कॉस्ट आमकां बेनिफीट जाता ओवरऑल इट्स अ गूड प्रोजेक्ट आनी म्हाका दिसता कोंकण रेल्वेन स्टेप घेतल्या आनी हो सिंगल ट्रॅक आसा नेक्स्ट स्टेप तांचो डबल ट्रॅक करपाचो विचार आसतलो पूण ताका खूब हजारांनी कोटी लागता.
काही देशाची आर्थीक हे वाडोवंक जाय त्याला व्यापार वाडोवंक जाय ह्या सगळ्यांचे बॅलन्स दवरून डबल ट्रॅक शेवटी एक ट्रॅक आसात त्या तातूंत डबल ट्रॅकाची सोय आसा त्यामुळे हो डबल ट्रॅक जावप म्हणल्यार खबर आहा आतां आमी पळयतात गोंयच्या हायवे पयलीं 2 गाडी सुटत आशिल्ल्यो आज जवळ जवळ 6 गाडी एकपाट वचूंक मेळटा तेन्ना पेट्रोल सेवींग सगळे वेळ सेवींग सगळें जाता होय फायदो आसा खंय तरी 1% नुकसान जालें जाल्यार 10% फायदो आसा.
दोन उद्योगपती खातीर हें जर गोंय सगळें कितें उडयता
उद्योग खातीर न्ही हे रेल्वेक लागून ह्या देशाच्या बंदराचो विकास जातलो पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटी आसा ताचो वेपार वाडटलो हे सगळे त्याच्या बरोबर तेवूय गोष्टी आसात न्ही हाचो बॅलन्स म्हणजे हेतू असो ना की खंय ह्या दोनच्यान खंय तरी पोल्युशन म्हणजे त्रास जातलो बाकी कडेन सगळे कडेन डबल ट्रॅक जाता आनी ताचे कितले डेव्हलपमेंट जाता हें आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा हाचो विचार पोल्युशनाच्या बाबतींत विचार करून म्हाका लोकांनी मान्यता दिवची अशें सगळ्या कडेन मागता
डबल ट्रेकिंगाच्या विरोधात जे हें जाल्लें
तांणी करचें न्ही विचार कराल आमी हे सगळ्या शेवटी कितें आसा आंदोलनय हो सामान्य मनशाचो आसा ह्या बद्दल सरकार हे आमचे सरकार आयकोपी सरकार आसा त्या बद्दल कोणी चिंता करची न्ही ह्या संदर्भात सगळे सरकार विचार
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
The panel led by Rajesh Faldesai has won the Goa dairy elections. 9 out of the 12 candidates have been elected to the post of board of directors. The election was conducted in a peaceful manner, presiding officer Raju Mukdam said. The chairman will be elected within 8 days, Faldesai said. 9 candidates from Faldesai's panel won the elections. All 138 candidates contested the election.
The panel of Rajesh Faldesai has won the Goa dairy elections. 9 out of 12 candidates have been elected to the post of board of directors. The chairman will be elected within 8 days, Faldesai said. The winners included Rajesh Faldesai, Gurudas Parab, Vitoba Desai, Ullas Sinari, Vijayakant Gaonkar, Baburao Desai, Uday Prabhu, Babu Fald, Nitin Prabhu. The other winners were Madhav Sahakari and Anup Desai, and Srikant Naik won by toss of the coin.
आज आमकां अशें भोगता की सगळे शेतकार दुधकारांनी आमचेर एक विश्वास दाखयलो आनी परत एकदां आमकां निवडून दिलो की गोवा डेरी साल्वार करपाक आज गोवा डेरीची परिस्थिती आहा ती खूब कठीण आहा ती आमी जबाबदारी स्विकारतले आनी गोवा डेरी सांबाळून तेजी एक परत एक नांव वयर काडटले आज सेलास तो खूब डावन जालो आहा डेरी सामकी डबक्यां येयलेली आहा म्हणटकीर आमकां हे खूब कश्ट घेवचे पडटले सरकारालोय सपोर्ट घेवचो पडटलो आनी डेरी वयर काडची पडटली आमी फार्मरां ही जपोवन तांकां प्रायस वाडोवन दिवपाक खावडी प्लांट बंद आसा तो चालू करून तांकां खावड सप्लाय करतले आनी आमी सगळीं एक संग रावन डेरी ही साल्वार करतले
चेअरमॅन कोण असेल तुमचो
चेअरमॅन निवड 7 दिसां नंतर आसतली
आणि पॅनलाचें नाव कितें तुमच्या
पॅनलाक
डेरी बचाव पॅनल
ओके कितले
आमचे 12तले 9 जाण कॅन्डिडेट विन जाले आसात आनी 3 जाण डिफीट जाले आसात
सो हितून माझी हे बीन डायरेक्टर आसात कितले जाण फाटले डायरेक्टर नवीन कितले आसात
1 2 3 4 5
जाण माझी डायरेक्टर आसात
1-2 केस तर क्लियर म्हणटा की आमी खंयच्याय परिस्थितींत खंयचे ज्यो पळय कितें चार्जीस लायल्यो त्यो चार्जीस क्लियर आहा आमचेर फक्त एकूच चार्ज लायलो मेजर म्हणल्यार तो स्टाफ घेतलो तो आमी 11 स्टाफ सुबेर घेतलो आनी त्या स्टाफाचो जो पळय 1916 ते 2016 ते 2019 जो पळय पगार दिला तो आमचे कडेन वसूल करचो हो एक चार्ज उरला आमचो.
ब्युरो रिपोर्ट हेरल्ड टीव्ही.
This year's Ganesh Chaturthi festival is slated to begin on August 31st. The villages of Guleli, Valpoi will finally get a shed in which an idol of Lord Ganesh will be placed before immersion. The shed will be ready in a month, just before the Ganesh festivities begin. The long pending need has brought great joy to the villagers. The foundation stone for the shed was laid on Sunday.
The villagers of Guleli, Valpoi will finally get a shed for Lord Ganesh idol immersion. The shed will be ready in a month, just before the Ganesh festivities begin. The foundation stone for the shed was laid on Sunday.
खूब वर्सां जाली लोकांची गोयली लोकांची एक समस्या आसली ती गणपती विसर्जन करपाची वाट आहा ती बरोबर नासली तेन्ना गणपती विसर्जन करपाक तांकां बरोबर ते वाटेन वचपाक मेळनासलें तेन्ना हांवें पंच जावन एक गुळेले एक नवीन वाटेक एक काल एक फावंडेशन स्टोन घातलेलो आहा आनी ही वाट चवथी पयली लोकांक क्लियर जावन मेळटली आनी गणपती विसर्जन करपाक मेळटली. सगळ्याच्या लोकांच्या वतीन ही वाट आमकां यूज करूंक मेळटली सगळ्या लोकांक ही वाट यूज करूंक मेळटली आनी गणपती विसर्जनाचो जो प्रॉब्लम आसलो तो सॉल्व जातलो. तेन्ना हांव सगळ्याच्या वतीन ह्या आमच्या सावंत बंधूचे सगळ्यान पयलीं आभार मानतात आनी चवथी पयली ही वाट लोकांक क्लियर करून मेळटली. ही वाट आमी पंचायत फंडांतसून घेतलेली आहा आनी ती वाट जवळ जवळ एका म्हयन्या भितर आमी कंप्लीट करून दितले. धन्यवाद.
आयज गुळेले गणपती विसर्जन किंवा विसर्जन करपाक ज्यो पायऱ्यो बांदपाच्यो आसा तेज्या कामाक आयज सुरवात जाल्ली आसा. फाटली वर्स जालें की गुळेलकारांक खूब गणपती पावपाक त्रास जातालो, कित्याक कोण तरी हांगासर एका जमीनदारान ती वाट आडयल्ली तेज्या कारणान खूब म्हणजे खूब त्रास जाताले. आनी ह्यो पायऱ्यो बांदपाक आमचे पंच अनिल गावडे हांणी फुडाकार घेतलो आनी पंचायतीन फंडांसून ह्या पायऱ्यांक सुरवात केल्ली आसा.
Devendra Kankar for Herald TV.
To curb the spread of COVID-19, Director of Health Services Geeta Kakodkar has advised people to continue wearing masks in public places and get vaccinated. With several vaccinated people in the state, Kakodkar states that experts do not expect another severe wave of COVID-19. The booster dose for COVID-19 is available at various government hospitals for people over the age of 60 and frontline workers.
To curb the spread of COVID-19, Director of DHS Geeta Kakodkar has advised people to continue wearing masks and get vaccinated. With several vaccinated people in the state, Kakodkar states that experts do not expect another severe wave of COVID-19. The booster dose is available at various government hospitals for people over the age of 60 and frontline workers.
See, the cases are increasing, and that's because sometimes the immunity wanes. Some people may have not taken the vaccination, but we don't, as far as the experts are concerned, we don't expect a kind of wave which was there before. And with the vaccinated population, you have seen the hospitalizations are less, the deaths are very minimal. And we hope that we continue in this way. All we ask is that you protect yourself with the masks and this covered places and vaccination. Government hospital already booster dose asa 60 plus लोकांक frontline workers ज्यांचे संपर्क चड असतात with the infected population. It's already there. आणि तांकांच आमी यो म्हणटात तांची वॅक्सिनेशन तितली सॅटिस्फॅक्टरी जावना. सो आमी सगळे तरेचे हे केले, हर घर दस्तक केले. दो वी आर नॉट so much work is there in the health department. Still we have had this Tika Utsav, we have had several press conferences, and we are still asking the people, please come forward and get vaccinated.
Prasad Polchi for Herald TV.
A Kerala youth is on a walking pilgrimage to Mecca. He left from Kerala and reached Goa on the 19th day of his journey. Shihab Chotur, who undertook this most challenging task, has appealed to the people not to gather in large numbers to support him in view of the COVID pandemic. He also said there should not be any problems from traffic when he does his walking pilgrimage. He called on the people to pray for him. He was received by a number of Muslims in Vasco.
Kerala youth is on a walking pilgrimage to Mecca. Shihab Chotur appealed to the people not to gather in large numbers to support him in view of COVID. He was received by a number of Muslim brethren in Vasco.
हमारे हजरत शिहाब साहब हज के लिए रवानगी पे है, पैदल सफ़र है. अल्लाह इन्हें कामयाब करे. हम तमाम मुसलमान इनको दुआओं से भी नवाजे और हम इनके पर एक नज़र ख़ास ये होगी कि ज़्यादा भीड़ भाड़ ना करे, मुसाफिर से बचे. दूर से भी मोहब्बत इज़हार होती है, गले मिलना ऐसा कोई ज़रूरी नहीं होता है, क्योंकि वक्त बहुत नाजुक है कि लोग इस महामारी से अभी जस्ट बाहर निकल आए हैं. तो इस ऐसे नाजुक दौर में हम चाहिए कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एहतियात करें और हदीसात से जितना हो सके उनको खुशी से उनका रास्ता हम एकदम साफ रास्ता दें उनको, और उनको भी खुशी हो कि लोगों ने मतलब रिस्पेक्टफुल से मेरे को जाने के लिए दिया. बस आप लोग से यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि ज़्यादा भीड़ ना करें, ताकि कोई और भी देखे आपको तो कहे कि ये इस्लाम को मानने वाले कितने डिसिप्लिन और कितने डिसेंट तरीके से ये लोग एक मतलब हाजी को सफ़र की तरफ छोड़ रहे हैं.
तो इनका ये बस यही रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि बार बार यही रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि ज़्यादा भीड़ भाड़ ना हो. मतलब इनकी भीड़ की वजह से दूसरों को किसी को तकलीफ ना हो और किसी की नमाज कज़ा ना हो. इसके लिए वो बोल रहे हैं कि ज़्यादा ना आए, बोल रहे हैं कि रास्ता ब्लॉक ना हो, गाड़ी यहाँ ब्लॉक ना हो, इनकी वजह से किसी को तकलीफ ना हो. इस्लाम ये सिखाता है कि किसी को तकलीफ ना दे. वो बोल रहे हैं कि मेरे वजह से किसी को तकलीफ ना हो, सबका आसान हो जाए. बोलते एक ही बोलता है कि मेरे लिए दुआ करो, मैं तुम्हारे लिए दुआ करेगा. यही बात कर रहे, तो इनका सफ़र आसान हो.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
And that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.